Go.
Alright, so in this video we're going to focus on our floor skills, starting with some handstand drills. For these you're going to need an open space or an open wall that you can use. Alex is going to start off by showing us some tripods. She's going to put both of her hands down and lift one leg up, making sure that the knee is straight and the toe is pointed. You also want to check out her hips and make sure that they're staying squared all the way until she stands back into her lunge. The next thing she's going to show us are tripod hops. She's going to repeat that, but this time she's going to hop off of her foot, come back, and she's going to do that a couple of times and then stand back up tall. The next skill that she's going to show us are her levers. She's going to start in a lunge. She's going to lift her arms up tall, slowly reach to her T position, then go to the floor. Without picking the foot off of the floor, she's going to hold that shape, come back to her T, and then go back to her lunge. The next thing, she's going to walk over to the wall, and this is a really good one to help with their balance and their form in their T position. She's going to put her arms tall, reach for the wall, making sure her hips are facing the floor, toes pointed, knees down, and then she's going to stand back up after holding that for a couple of seconds. And now we're going to move on to our handstand drills against the wall. She's going to start off by putting her hands down and slowly walking her feet up. For this one, they want to try to walk all the way in and try to get their chin to the wall. That way they can look at their hands, pointed toes, and then come down out of it. And then next, she's going to be able to kick up to the wall, passing through her T position, making sure she's nice and tall, looking at her hands so she has her balance, and then come back out of it in her T. For this part, we're going to go over cartwheels. So at home, you're going to want to grab a pillow as your prop. Coach Alex is going to use our cartwheel box. The basics for cartwheel is you're going to put your pillow on the floor, hands down, and you're going to practice jumps over, side to side, just practicing getting your hips up and your legs over. And eventually, as they progress, they're going to be able to kick all the way up and over. Coach Alex is going to go to the wall and show us what that looks like.
Yep.
She's gonna put her hands down, walk them up, and then she's gonna show us a straddle with pointed toes. Once they get the hang of jumping over, their cartwheel should look like that when they kick over on top. Now she's gonna come back to the floor and show us a full cartwheel, and then we're gonna slow the video down so you can watch it. She's gonna start tall, go into her lunge, and kick over, landing tall in her lunge. And those are cartwheels. Alright, the next floor skill we're going to talk about are bridge kickovers. For these, we recommend that they use an elevated surface, preferably something soft, and we don't recommend that they do this if you have hardwood floors,
Or tile.
or tile. Yes, so soft floors only when you do these at home, please. So Coach Alex is going to start by laying down, putting her hands flat on the floor, keeping her feet on the elevated surface. She's going to bridge up, opening up her shoulders. She's going to hold that for a little bit, rock back and forth so your body gets used to it. Once you are used to it, she can practice lifting up one leg at a time, balancing, finding her stability in her shoulders. And then after that, if they are capable of it, she's going to lift her leg and do a bridge kickover, making sure that she's landing tall and tight in a lunge. The last skill that we're going to go over for floor are rolls and roll progressions. Coach Alex is going to start in a seated position with a hand on each knee. She's going to do what we call a rock and roll. She's going to rock back towards her shoulders and try to come right back up, planting her feet on the floor. Doing this will help them be able to stand up out of their forward rolls a lot easier. Another skill that will help them with their forward rolls is a candlestick. So she's going to do the same thing, but she's going to shoot her feet to the sky on her shoulders. She's going to bend her legs, come back to the seated position with her feet flat. Next, Coach Alex is going to show us how those can help us get to our feet. Now, Coach Alex is going to show us how to stand up out of that candlestick. She's going to do the same thing, rock back, legs up, come back, shoulders forward, and stand with her knees and feet together. Then she's going to turn around and show us the forward roll to a seated position. Arms tall, hands down, feet are together. She's going to roll to the seated position. And next, she's going to do that same thing, but this time using her candlestick to stand up. And that is how you connect those skills together for a forward roll on floor.